Good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this. But welcome to your weekly report of HIV news. You can access this full news report through my LinkedIn under my TikTok channel, or you can just open the file here. But hold up, fit check. Hold up, fit check. Let me interrupt the story. Look at the fit. Look at the A. Look at the chain. I love this chain. It's like I made a cup of tea, and it has a quote, and the quote says, "Beauty is not caused, it is." Emily Dickinson. The American Academy of HIV Medicine's Academy Council for Racial Equity hosts inaugural student open, which I'm going to be there, so I hope you're able to join me. From the plenary on health equity in the U.S. ending the HIV epidemic initiative to the panel discussion on career paths in HIV, they hope you will gain useful information to be inspired to center HIV prevention, treatment, and research in your practice. For breakout sessions, you will be assigned to whichever session you rank as your top choice during registration, so be wary of that. Recordings of all 3 breakout sessions will be made available after the event, so you can check those out afterwards. If you didn't know, the Council is a group of medical providers representing various medical disciplines who provide care for people living with HIV. The Academy recognizes the discordance between the racial composition of the HIV provider workforce and those with or at risk for HIV. This situation creates many systemic problems in care for African Americans with HIV. The mission of the American Academy of HIV Medicine's Academy Council for Racial Equity, also known as ACRE, A-C-R-E, is to address systemic racism, stigma, reproductive justice, and ethnicity-based health disparities impacting those living with or at risk of HIV and related conditions. That's your story. In our second story, Thero Technology has announced their upcoming TheraThursday presentation. This presentation will focus a trans one-on-one, escaping the binary, working well with our trans colleagues and communities. This presentation will be presented by Ephraim Gatahun. If you do not know who that is, you can actually access his LinkedIn profile. TheraThursday brings timely, relevant education and discussion with him, but he is a director of strategic partnerships and training of operations. Is particularly aware at Open House LGBT Senior Center. TheraThursday brings timely, relevant education and discussion really great work in our community. But if you aren't aware, this upcoming Thursday is particularly aware. TheraThursday brings timely, relevant education and discussion timely, relevant education and discussion to upcoming Thursday is particularly something that I think we all should be a part of. Is particularly aware of what many others, if they're wanting to continue TheraThursday affirm and bring relevant education and recognition to the HIV community, advocates to be better people. Upcoming Thursday our trans community is particularly aware of what this and by our Thursday is. TheraThursday brings. Anyways, story 3. So this third story is about the Biomedical HIV Prevention Summit Scholarship application that is now available. And if you work in HIV or if you're just an advocate, I implore you to take advantage of the scholarship application because the deadline is coming up really quickly. But anyways, to the story. This summit will highlight the role that biomedical prevention tools such as PrEP, PEP, treatment as prevention known as TasP, and then also U=U have in ending the HIV epidemic while working in the current COVID-19 environment. There are 70 scholarships that include registration fees and meals for 2 days that will be covered, okay? That application deadline is April 1st, so you all have to take advantage of this as quickly as possible. Now, if you're working under a federally qualified health center, an FQHC, I believe that's what it is pronounced as, this training would be covered under the remaining HIV Prevention Grant dollars or your general capacity dollars. So take a look into that if your supervisor is giving you any slack. But anyways, Ken Like Barbie will be back at the summit as the plenary host. While the speakers are still being confirmed, check in on these plenary sessions that are going to be happening at the summit. You can find these sessions to be the role of biomedical prevention in ending the HIV epidemic, grinding stigma in the underground, negotiating sex in the apps world. Can fantasies become realities? The quest for multi-purpose prevention products. That is what I'm really interested in because I've been to a seminar last year where they talked about treating pregnancies, but then like incorporating like STI treatment. It was so cool. But the last one, of course, is our Prep B Awards. But as always, if you are interested in this, go ahead and take a look at that link to find out more information. Thank you so much for joining this HIV's news report. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend. That's the T in HIV. As always, stay hopeful in victory. Bye. Bing.